Hey, so guess what time it is? It's Halloween time. I am going to do a Delia Deetz. No, that's not what we're doing. Instead of doing something ghoulish or something creepy and scary, I wanted to pick classic characters that anybody can pull off no matter your face shape. You can make it your own. We're going to make it more realistic and achievable. So today's character is Delia Deetz. We're going to do the original Delia Deetz from the first Beetlejuice, not Beetlejuice. I think that Delia's look is very pinup inspired. I'll put a picture in the video just to show you what I'm talking about. The look that I'm going for, it's not the classic Deo. So we're going to go with a vivid, screaming red lip. And we're going to go with a that kind of happy, smiley wing that she wears. The rounded brows, and that's really pretty much all there is to it. It's very minimalist. It's very high contrast. I love the retro vibe, and I love her little interesting vibe. So anyways, we're gonna get right into it. I've already put on my foundation. Use whatever foundation you use. I would use a full coverage for this look because she is washed. And then let's just start with brows. So for her brows, if you're gonna wear a wig, that would be one thing. If you're wanting to match your hair color, then I would go with a little bit of a lighter color. If you look at her picture, you can kind of see they're brown, but they still are in the same zone, sort of. Like they're a tinge darker than her hair, but not by much. Use your discretion, but definitely do your brows, fill them in, because hers are filled in. If you don't fill yours in, it's gonna be obvious. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna go with my typical shade because I'm not wearing a wig. We're gonna make this wearable. And then what I normally would do is start at the arch, but for hers, because she has it rounded on this inner side here, I'm gonna start there and I'm gonna draw in that round shape. I know that's kind of funny, but I don't wear my brows like that. So that's where I wanna start because otherwise I'll forget. Same thing on this side. And just kind of, I'm using the tip of that angle brush right there to draw in that shape. Now her brows had a lot of dimension in them, so I don't think you have to fill them in completely. And you don't even have to use a powder like I'm using. I think the shape is more important, but people are gonna know who you are. I just drew on my face, dang it. That's okay, I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just gonna boop. And it's gone. And then I'm gonna take my powder brush and I'm gonna boop, and it's gone. And then she's got more, it is arched, but it is kind of more on the round side, so I'm just gonna round mine out a little bit. Rounding, rounding, done. Okay, so she does have blush. I was just looking at the picture again. She definitely is wearing blush. To me, it looks pretty bright, so I'm gonna go in with a pretty bright one. And to me, it also looks like it's washed all along the bridge of her nose and her cheeks. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is Halloween makeup, guys. It can be a little crazy. I'm not saying this is crazy. Some people wear their makeup like this, but you get what I mean. Blush is done. So the next thing we're gonna do is lips. I think she has a very screaming red lip, and I think it's more on the orangey side. Use whatever you wanna use. Just a bright red. That's it. We're not making this overcomplicated. Boom, done, easy. And then there's only 2 steps left. So the next step is eyeliner. I use a liquid eyeliner. She has a very, like, I think I described it as a smiley, happy sort of looking eyeliner. I actually love her eyeliner because she has hooded eyes and she still rocks the eyeliner, and I just think that's amazing because a lot of people, that's a whole thing in the eye makeup world. It's just, if you know, you know. Anyways, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with our eyeliner and create a happy, smiley little thing here. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at the inner corner and I'm gonna go all the way to the end, and then I'm gonna thicken it up as I get from the middle to the end. But the inner will be slight, and then thicker, 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 thicker with a flick that's a little bit higher and a little bit off the edge. Go with your eye shape and you can totally do this, okay? Remember, it's costume makeup. It's supposed to be fun. Make it whimsical. Make it exaggerated if you want to. Go back and look at the picture a couple times until you feel like, okay, you have a good sense of it, but just kind of follow that shape. I think in the dinner scene, you can really tell that the eyeliner does not touch the corner, the outer corner. It actually flicks up. So that's what we're going to do. I actually love that her makeup is a little bit different in every scene. I think that makes her really, her makeup style versatile. And so you can do a lot with it. You can really do anything you want with this character, which is why I think she's such a great choice to be an easy Halloween option for you, yet still very on brand for Halloween. On to the other side. I'm running out! Okay. I just probably did a little bit too much of a cat eye, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it because that is how liner goes sometimes. It just gets out of control. You start off wanting to do Marilyn and next thing you know, you look like Amy. And the very last piece in all of this is mascara. And I love her mascara, and the reason is because it's mainly focused on the top, and then on the bottom, it gives the illusion of a doe-eyed effect, but not completely bare, and I kind of like that. So we're going to go for something similar to that to complete our Delia Deetz look here. So I just realized I didn't take any video of me doing my mascara at all, but you know what? You guys know how to do mascara. We're gonna do something a little bit different with the bottom lashes. So now that we're at the bottom lashes, hi Zeke! I'm gonna take this little top part of your mascara wand, and we're just gonna go, I don't know why, and we're just gonna go right here. So right here, kind of give a wash. It gives a doe-eyed effect without being too, without being too crazy, like an optical illusion. Now that we've done that, I gotta clean this little guy up, hold on. So now that we've done that, we're basically done. This is the minimal, this is the bare, this is her look. If you want to go a little bit extra, here's two more options for you. Option number one, and don't do this if you don't have this product, don't go out and buy something. But if you do have it and you want to try it, option number one is to get a white eyeliner and line your waterline here. It just helps with the open the eye effect, especially for Halloween makeup. It makes it more dramatic, or for every day. You could get a nude color one too, but it just helps with that effect. We're not going for perfection, guys. We're going for fun, right? Fun and easy. And then the second thing that you can do to make, I don't know, just in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, this is kind of, who knows what her makeup artist really did. You can kind of see hints of certain things in certain scenes. Like I was saying to begin with, I do think her foundation is very much of a clean base, but I'm sure there's a lot more shadowing going on than we see because of the lighting that Tim Burton uses. But what I think will help make the eye pop a little bit more is a tiny little bit of a crease. And I would suggest using a gray to create that crease. And the reason is because you can use a brown, but she is so stark, and her what she wears is mostly black, so a gray is going to complement that, whereas a brown, it creates a shadow, but it also creates just it doesn't mesh as well. So I would go with a gray. And we're going to choose a small brush. My brushes are dirty. Every single one of them. Oh my gosh. We're going to go with a relatively small brush here. We're going to take a gray. It doesn't have to be a dark gray. I think I'm going to go with this one. Something mid-range. And all we're going to do is we're going to basically deepen our cut crease. For me, I already have hooded eyes, and so does she, right? Great. But I'm going to put it on a little bit higher. So here's my actual crease. I'm going to go a little bit above that, just like so. And then same thing, oops, wrong color, that's all right. Same thing on this side, just like so. And you can tell that wash is not much, but it does make a difference. And we're just gonna go in and we're just gonna blend that. If you feel like you did too much, cool. You can always, which I definitely did, you can always take your powder brush and just blend that off. There's gonna be powder left on your brush, so just let that take over. Because all you're trying to do is create an exaggeration of her lid. I hope you guys enjoyed this Delia Deetz makeup look for Halloween, and I'll catch you in the next video. If you not let me gut out this house and make it my own, I will go insane and I will tear